Yes. So now we have to deal with the components of the budget. That is, what are the components or what is government budget consisting of? So it is broadly classified into two, that is capital budget and revenue budget. In capital budget itself, you have capital receipts and capital expenditure. In revenue budget, under that you have revenue receipts and revenue expenditure. Before that, receipts means whatever is coming inside a government or inside a country is called receipt, and expenditure means all those things or which are spent by the government is called expenditure. Okay, so receipt is a positive thing and expenditure is a negative thing on considering with the budget of the government. Okay, so revenue, we have to start with the revenue budget. In revenue budget itself, and I want you to make the notes, post it wherever you want, make perfect notes. Okay, short notes. So revenue budget means it is again classified into, as I told you, revenue receipts and revenue expenditure. Under revenue receipts, or what, we have to deal with what is revenue receipts first. Revenue receipts means that does not create any liability for the government. Okay, something is coming inside the government and it is also not creating any liability to the government. Some asset is coming inside the government but it is not creating any liability. That is revenue receipts. Then revenue expenditure means it is reducing some of the asset of the government and also it is creating some liability to the government. That is revenue expenditure. So revenue receipts, we have to deal very clearly with revenue receipts. Revenue receipts means it is divided into so many categories. Under that, two broad categories. It is mainly divided into two broad categories. That is, first one is tax revenue and the other one is non-tax revenue. So you have to write it like that. First put a heading revenue receipts. In that you have to make a flow chart. First heading is tax revenue and the other one is non-tax revenue. So tax revenue, as you all know, government collects taxes for its services. So we pay tax, or the general public pay tax for enjoying the benefits given by the government. So tax is a compulsory payment which is given to the government for enjoying their benefits. Okay, so that is tax. So you have so many types of tax. First one is income tax. As you all know, when you are receiving an income, you have to pay a particular amount of tax for that. Then corporation tax. Corporation tax means the businessmen, they have to pay tax out of the profit they earn. That is corporate tax. Customs duties. Customs duties means you have to pay tax if your goods and services have to cross the boundary of a country. Then comes the central excise duty, service tax, expenditure tax. All those things comes under revenue receipts, under that tax revenue. Okay. Next comes the non-tax revenues, interest receipts. Suppose our government has given some amount as loan to other country or other country governments. They will be providing us, or they will be paying a interest for us. So that is also considered as non-tax revenue. Then dividends and profits of the public sector units. Then revenue from services provided by the government. Example, BSNL, they provide us telecommunication services. So for that we pay a tariff amount. That is the offer amount. So that also goes for the profit of government. Then comes grants in aid. Grants in aid means it is a voluntary contributions made by the individuals or private individuals on behalf, to the government. Suppose they are feeling that, yes, I want to give some amount as charity or donation to government. So I'll be giving them as donation, or what you can say, amount which can be used. Suppose I can tell, example I can tell you is during the time of flood, this government has collected so much of amount as what you can say, disaster relief fund, right? Flood disaster relief fund. So at that particular time, we had collected amount from individuals as well as private businesses or something like that. So that is also grants in aid. That is the best example of grants in aid. Okay. Then comes the revenue expenditure. Next is revenue expenditure. Yes. Revenue expenditure means it is the expenditure which do not create any physical asset but which will not reduce any liability also, the liability of the government also, such as defense, law and order. Then comes spending on health and education, transportation, communication. All those things are revenue expenditure. So with this we complete the revenue budget. Then you have to again write the heading as capital budget. Again you have to broadly classify that into capital receipts as well as capital expenditure. And you have to discuss one by one what are the capital receipts of the government as well as what are the capital expenditures of the government. So first one is capital receipts of the government, that is recovery of loans and advances. So this comes under the central government or the state government which engage in the recovery of loans and advances. Capital receipts, that is if they have given any loans and advances to other countries or other governments, they will be recovering it. Then market loans. Market loans means it is raised from the general public. Yes, so market loans means the loans raised by the government from the general public. As we have discussed in the banking chapter itself, they will like open market operations. That is the buying and selling of government securities through central bank by commercial banks. So that means the government will raise the money or the loan from the public. Then the special deposits. Special deposits means gratuity, LIC, all those things comes under special funds, special deposits. Then small savings, that is small savings consist of time deposits, recurring deposits, national savings certificates, etc. Okay, so these all things are the small savings of the people that is going to the government as receipts. So that is capital receipts. Capital receipts means which creates an asset but which do not create a liability. That is capital receipts. Then provident funds, external assistance, disinvestment proceeds. Disinvestment means disinvestment means selling off the public shares to private sectors. That means by selling off the shares to the private sectors, they will be gaining amount. Okay, so that is also coming under capital receipts. That is coming under capital receipts because that is a huge amount. Revenue expenditure and revenue receipts means it is in short you can say that it is the working capital or everyday expenditure or receipts of the government. Okay, tax, every day you pay. Unknowingly or knowingly, every day you pay tax. If you buy a good or if you buy a Maggie packet or if you buy a cake packet, you pay tax. That is sales tax. So every moment you pay tax. Okay, suppose every month if you get income you pay tax. So that means that these are all what you can say everyday expenses or everyday receipts of the government. Then comes the capital expenditures. Yes, so telling about the taxes, now you know that it is a unified tax system we follow in India. And what that is called, just guess it, okay. What is it called? Yes, so that is called GST, that is Goods and Service Tax, which is a unified tax system in India which was followed from 2017 July 1st in India. Now you don't have a separate tax rates. It is a common unified tax rate which is varying from 5% to 17 or 18%. Okay. So next is the capital expenditure. So capital expenditure means it is those expenditures of the government which creation of physical assets and reduction of liability. Capital expenditures. That means it creates liability, it reduces liability, but it creates financial assets or physical assets. Example, you can say expenditure incurred on loans of state government, union territory, foreign government, public enterprises, etc. It is a non-recurring type of loan. So that is capital expenditure. So we have looked through what is revenue budget and what is capital budget. That means under revenue budget, revenue receipts and revenue expenditure. Under capital budget, you have capital receipts and capital budget. Okay, so that means capital expenditure and capital receipts. So that constitutes capital budget. So these are the components of budget and you have to make notes on that as I am telling you. Okay.